Recently, Disney shared a first look at the upcoming Disney Wish, which is setting sail in summer 2022. And holy cow, this is going to be an incredible cruise ship. If you guys have been with us for quite some time, you know that we are big fans of Disney Cruise Line, and we have patiently been awaiting news about the Disney Wish, especially that we haven't been able to go on a cruise in the last year, so the Wish is kind of all we've been holding on to. And Disney did not disappoint. This ship looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful. The entryway with Cinderella is so nice. There's so many new things, new dining experience that we're so excited to experience.
Like Alex said, there is a lot to talk about. So today in this video, we're gonna give you the things that we are most excited about that are gonna be coming to the Disney Wish, setting sail in 2022.
So first and foremost, let's talk about the atrium. It looks absolutely beautiful, and the atrium is where everybody kind of like comes together. They do activities there. The guests are there a lot of the time, so it is so beautiful. They have Cinderella as the statue in the atrium for this ship. There's beautiful staircases. There is elements from all different of the princesses. The floor is supposed to look like Rapunzel's hair. The top chandelier almost looks like how Cinderella, when the fairy godmother turns her dress into the beautiful dress, it has that element, and I really like the look of it. We've been on the Disney Dream, and it was beautiful on the Dream, but on the Wish, it just looks like so amazing.
Yeah, it looks very, very elegant. And something else that's really cool is, and it's gonna be unique to the Disney Wish, is there's actually a stage inside the lobby atrium in the back. So if you're familiar with Disney cruises, you know that kind of behind the staircases, that's where the entrances to at least one of the restaurants are. On the Disney Wish, they have a stage back there. So there's gonna be even more entertainment that's coming to the Disney Wish, and we just can't wait to step on board and be wowed by that beautiful lobby atrium, and to see Cinderella there. It's only fitting. It's the Disney Wish. Nobody else should have their statue there aside from Cinderella. So it just looks absolutely beautiful, and it's probably one of the things that we're most excited about, because it's going to be the first thing that we see once we get on the ship. So one of our favorite things to do when we go on a cruise is eat, and then eat some more. And on this ship, there are new dining experiences that are coming that we've never seen before, such as Arendelle, which is a frozen dining adventure. And this is actually the first time that there is a frozen themed dining experience. So there is no frozen character dining at Walt Disney World or Disneyland. This is gonna be the first time that you get to experience it, and it's gonna be on the Disney Wish. And it almost looks like it's kind of like dinner in the round type, because there is a stage that's kind of in the middle of the restaurant, and you can see Elsa's out there, you know, working her magic. So there's gonna be a lot of show elements that are incorporated with that stage in the middle. So it's gonna be a really, really cool experience.
Yeah, and I think kids are gonna absolutely love this one. As you know, Frozen and Elsa and Anna are very popular, and I think the kids are just gonna have a fantastic time.
And big kids are gonna have a fantastic time.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too.
We can't wait to go on it either. It just looks really cool, and to see Frozen finally get like its character dining experience is really cool. And I'm sure that the theming of the restaurant itself is gonna be awesome. You're gonna feel like you stepped into Arendelle. It's gonna have the blue kind of cold feeling when you walk in, and it's gonna be a really cool experience. So I'm excited to see what they do with the kind of the show elements of it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we have restaurants like that on other ships. You have like Tiana's Place, where it's themed around Princess and the Frog, and there is a show, obviously, with a live band. This is gonna be a little different, but I'm definitely curious to see how they kind of incorporate the characters.
Yeah.
And which characters are we gonna see? Is it just gonna be Anna and Elsa? Will Olaf make an appearance?
Yeah.
Will Kristoff be there? It's gonna be cool. So definitely one that we're looking forward to. And now another one that we're looking forward to, which in my opinion is one of the coolest things about the ship, is the Worlds of Marvel. Now they're dubbing this a cinematic dining experience.
Yeah.
And this is something that I think, and again, we don't know much about it yet, but this is something that I think is gonna absolutely blow guests away.
So how I took it is they give you like different roles or like things to figure out. Like what it actually says is, during dinner, leap into your own action-packed superhero story where an Avenger or two might turn to you to help them save the day. So it kind of like you know, it seems like a whole experience.
And it sounds like you become the hero,
yeah,
which is going to be pretty cool. Now, they're touting this as the Avengers Technology Showcase, where you get to kind of experience some state-of-the-art tech. So is that tech that's going to be showcased worked into the dinner to help you kind of save the day and become like an honorary Avenger? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I know they worked very closely with Marvel to develop this dining experience. And I don't think it's going to be like your typical character experience.
Yeah.
So we kind of know what we're getting with the Frozen thing. Of course, there's going to be different elements that are surprised. But with the Marvel show, they've kept it pretty tight-lipped, as they do all Marvel projects. We should be used to that by now. But it's going to be really cool to see how this works and kind of what the experience is going to be. And then it also says an Avenger or two might show up to help save the day. So you're going to get at least one or two characters that show up. Now, whether it's character dining or they kind of just pop in, like maybe like the Beast does at Be Our Guest, you know, just for a hot minute. But it'll be cool to see whoever it is in the flesh, because normally you can only see that on a Marvel Day at Sea cruise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you want to like experience Marvel stuff, it's usually on those specific cruises. So this is cool that it's like there the whole time.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited for that. And the third rotational dining, so there's going to be, these restaurants that we're naming are the rotational dining experiences that are included with your cruise. There are adults-only restaurants, which we'll get to in a couple of moments, but something that I'm really curious is 1923. I love old-timey Hollywood things.
Yeah, this is right up
This
Matt's
is
alley.
right up my alley. So, like, if this is anything like the Hollywood Brown Derby at Hollywood Studios or Carthay Circle, kind of more like slightly upscale experience with like a lot of the dark woods and pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really cool, and it's kind of, you know, centered around the glitz and glamour of old Hollywood, and it's named after the year that Walt Disney Studios was founded. So I'm expecting a lot of like cool vintage Disney, you know, kind of memorabilia and photos in there.
Yeah, like old pictures of Walt and, you know, maybe like original pictures of Disneyland, things of that nature. And just from the pictures and like the theming, it looks really nice. So I'm excited to experience it.
Yeah, me too. Then it says travel back in time as you dine amid storyboards, sketches, and props that illustrate the early animation process, while delighting in some of the flavors found throughout the Golden State. So it's going to be kind of California-style cuisine with some old sketches. Maybe you have some original sketches. Who knows? But I think it's going to be a cool experience. So I'm very excited for all three of the rotational dining experiences that are going to be available on the Wish.
So one of our favorite things when we went on the Disney Dream was the Aqueduct. And now they announced that on the Disney Wish, it's going to be the AquaMouse. Now, this isn't just any water slide, it's gonna be an attraction. It's the first attraction ever on a Disney cruise ship, and it's gonna have elements that are gonna look like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So it's themed after the Mickey and Minnie shorts, and they're gonna have like screens and music and lighting that kind of are just like that ride in Hollywood Studios. So I'm so excited to experience it because it's not just a water slide, like it's gonna be an actual attraction.
Yeah.
So I'm just so excited to see what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Like Alex said, they're kind of dubbing this the first attraction at sea. So I expect a lot of the attractionness, for lack of a better word, to come in the beginning. Maybe like when you're going up, it looks like as you're going up on the slide, there's different screens and show elements that are gonna be there. Again, in the style of the new Mickey shorts, so it's gonna be very reminiscent of Runaway Railway and that style. And the short that is going to be worked into the ride is an original short that they're making just for the Disney Wish.
Yeah.
So they're not taking a pre-existing short and bringing it into this ride. They're coming up with an entirely new one. And I think it's going to be really cool. I mean, we're big fans of the Aqueduct. That was so much fun when we went on that. So I think kind of taking that general premise, adding a story to it,
and just like enhancing it with technology, it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really awesome. So definitely excited for the AquaMouse, along with all the other pools. I think there's gonna be like 10 pools on this ship, and that's one of the best parts about going on a Disney cruise is kind of just sitting back, relaxing, enjoying. For us, we love the adults-only pools and the adults-only hot tubs. So having that is going to be great too. That's another thing that we're certainly looking forward to. So something that we personally won't be able to experience because we are not kids and we don't have kids are the kids clubs that are coming to the Disney Wish, and these are really cool. So there's the Marvel Superhero Academy, there is the Walt Disney Imagineering Lab, and there is Fairy Tale Hall, and each of them are cool in their own right. So the Marvel Superhero Academy looks amazing, and it looks like you're going to be able to meet characters like Spider-Man and Black Panther and all of your favorite Marvel friends. So this is going to be a very, very cool spot if you're into Marvel. I wish that I could go here and and experience this. I hope they have the open house like they normally do, because we definitely got to check this out.
And I think they even mentioned that like the kids are able to like design their own or like try their own costumes, like Marvel superhero costumes on. Like that sounds so cool. And another thing that I forgot to mention to you guys in the atrium, right in the atrium, there's like a slide that kids can only go on that takes them right into the kids only area, the kids clubs. That is so cool. I want to go on it.
Like imagine being a kid and just being like, all right, Mom, Dad, see you later. And then just hop on a slide and end up in the Oceaneer Lab. Like,
that is so cool.
That is so cool. So very, very cool touch. And speaking of designing things, you talked about the designing of the costumes. The Imagineering Lab that's coming is super cool. Now this gives kids a chance to kind of become an Imagineer for the day, design their own roller coaster or their own attraction. They get to ride it, virtually, of course, in front of a screen, but it's gonna kind of get the creative wheels turning, and you never know. You might have your next Joe Rohde come off of the Disney Wish. He or she might go on this cruise and decide, this is what I want to do with my life, which I think is really, really cool. So kudos to Disney for putting that, creative element on the ship. I think that's great. And then Fairy Tale Hall looks awesome as well. That's going to be a place that is, has all the different areas. It has Rapunzel's area, has Belle's library, and you're obviously going to be able to meet, the characters there. They're going to stop by as well. So the Kids Club looks amazing, and like I said, I can't wait for open house when you first get on the ship, just to kind of walk around and experience it for ourselves as big kids, but it's going to be really cool, and that slide is awesome.
So for all the big kids out there sailing on the Disney Wish, there is also Palo Steakhouse, which is like a reimagined version of the original Palo. Yeah. So I'm really excited to maybe try that out.
Yeah, we haven't dined at Palo. We haven't had the chance to do that on the last cruise, and then obviously 2 cruises we were supposed to go on in 2020 got canceled. But we're definitely excited to check this out. And we hear nothing but great things about Palo, especially for brunch. So, this steakhouse is upping the game of Palo, which is already a really good restaurant. So this could be one of the best restaurants that Disney has, maybe across all their properties. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see and try it out. But I have very, very high hopes for Palo. And speaking of adults only, we cannot talk about adults only areas without talking about the coolest thing, in my opinion, that's coming, and that is the Hyperspace Lounge. It's an adults only lounge themed after Star Wars, where you can get Star Wars drinks and be kind of immersed in all things Star Wars from a lounge perspective. Think of like a slightly modified Oga's Cantina on the ship, which is going to be incredible.
And just like we said with the Marvel, we wouldn't really be able to experience a Star Wars thing on board unless you're going on a Star Wars cruise.
Right.
So this kind of brings that theming in so everybody can experience it if you're sailing on the Disney Wish. So I think it's awesome. I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, it is going to be incredible. Like, I know it's not going to be Oga's. Like, Oga's is very, very detailed as far as their theming goes. But the fact that, what we've seen so far looks so cool. You're going to get to visit all these different planets. They're going to have Star Wars drinks. And like Alex said, never before on a Disney cruise have you been able to get Marvel and Star Wars elements in one, unless you were on either a Marvel Day at Sea or a Star Wars Day at Sea. And now it's part of just standard itineraries, which is going to be incredible. So if we end up on the Disney Wish, which I really hope we're going to be able to get on one of the first couple of sailings in 2022, we'll see. But that's where I'm going to be spending a lot of my time, especially at night when, after the shows and after dinner. Hyperspace Lounge is going to be where it's at.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have to talk about the staterooms. And these staterooms just look absolutely breathtaking. This was something that really surprised me, because a lot of the staterooms on the other Disney ships look pretty much the same from ship to ship. And it has its basic cruise ship, stateroom layout. But these rooms look absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
they look like
so
deluxe like if you took a deluxe Walt Disney World hotel, maybe like a Grand Floridian basically, and put it on the seas. That's kind of like what these rooms are like.
And another unique thing about the Disney Wish is that 70% of the rooms offer a veranda and 90% of the rooms offer an ocean view.
That is amazing. And I'm really curious to see how that's gonna work with 70% of the rooms offering a veranda.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, most of the rooms on the cruise ship, which is incredible. So if you're someone that, you know, wants a veranda room and maybe gets boxed out of it sometimes, you're gonna have a really, really good chance of getting a room with some sort of a veranda. I'm sure there's gonna be different degrees,
levels, yeah,
you know, of verandas, but the rooms, like we said, look absolutely amazing. The theming fits perfect with the Wish. It's all enchanting and princess-like. The rooms are very bright and vibrant,
yeah,
which is something that is kind of opposite of what the other Disney Cruise Line rooms are, which are beautiful. I love those, by the way. But those are, you know, a lot more like a little bit darker, woods, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, these look like light and airy.
Very light and airy, and the bathrooms look amazing. It looks like a deluxe version of the rooms that they have on the other ships.
They really do, yeah.
So there is so much to be excited for, and the Disney Wish will be setting sail in summer 2022. And if you are not sure when bookings are going to be opening up, they're opening up this month, and it goes by level of, you know, Castaway Club level. So if you're like the platinum level Castaway, you can book on a certain date. We'll put the dates on the screen so you guys can see exactly when the bookings open. They do open to the general public, so if you've never been on a Disney cruise before, you can book on May 27th, and then from May 26th and sooner, depending on which type of Castaway Club member you are, you can book on a certain date. So make sure you have your alarm set, make sure you have your wallets and your credit cards ready, because this is gonna be very expensive, especially, you know, since it's brand new and everyone's gonna wanna get on either that maiden voyage or, you know, at least the first few voyages. I think the second one that's going out is actually DVC members only.
Oh.
So they're having like a DVC members only cruise. So if that's something you're interested in, you could check that out. But we'll leave a link down below to Disney Cruise Line's website, which has more information about the Wish, which has all the itineraries, and you guys can check out, you know, when the booking windows open, all things like that. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you are just as excited for the Disney Wish as we are, make sure you give the video a nice big thumbs up. It really does help out the channel in a lot of different ways. And if you guys are new here, hit that red subscribe button down below and check out our Disney Cruise Line playlist down in the description as well. We went on the Dream in 2019, which was the last time we were on a cruise, and we had such a great time. So if you haven't checked out those vlogs, you can do so in the description of this video.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.